Anonymous Watch Guy here with a full review video. Quick wrist check, wearing the Fossil Chrono that I did a video on just a few days ago. Today we have a full review of a watch that I unboxed on the channel a couple weeks ago. A newer release from Citizen. This is the Citizen Promaster Air GMT. There are two different colorway versions of this watch. You're Terrific just released a video of the other colorway just yesterday or the day before. So if you want to see the other colorway, go check out You're Terrific's channel. It's a great channel anyway. This is the murdered out version, if you will. The all gunmetal gray, PVD, kind of gray and black and darker color version of this watch. But a really awesome watch. It is a little bit of a larger watch. But it is a automatic true GMT watch from Citizen, so that is pretty awesome. 44.5 millimeters is the dimension on this one. It is a little bit larger watch. It is a 22 millimeter lug opening. I measured it at 49.7 millimeters, lug tip to lug tip. You do have a screw down crown there at the 3 o'clock position that has your Citizen Promaster logo on it. It does give you 200 meters water resistance. So 200 meters water resistance on this one. You don't have to worry about it getting a little bit wet. No issues at all there. I measured it right at 13 millimeters thick. It does have a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment. Really great crystal on there. You can see great shot of that dial. It almost looks like you could reach right into there and touch the dial. Great piece of glass on this one. Great AR by Citizen. Great sapphire crystal. This is running the Miyota 9054 automatic GMT movement. It is a true GMT. So you've got your jumping hour hand. Your hour hand also sets your date. You get the date window over there at the 3 o'clock position. Roughly 50 hours power reserve on this one. So a awesome true GMT movement in this watch. These come in at just under $1,200 USD full retail price. You're never going to pay that much for this watch. You can find deals on these everywhere. I think I paid around $670-ish on Amazon for this version. So you can definitely find good deals out there everywhere. There's always deals to be had on Citizen watches. Really like the look of this one, although again, it's all 316L stainless steel. You do have this gunmetal gray PVD coating, and you've got that beautiful dark silver sunray dial. Really like that sunray effect on the dial. You've got your numerals at your 12 and 6 o'clock position. Citizen printed on beneath the 12, automatic and GMT above the 6. And again, your date window is over there at the 3 o'clock position. Big sword style hour hand and minute hand. And then you've got your nice big arrow there for your GMT hand. This crown down here at like the 8 o'clock position is for your inner rotating slide rule bezel. You've got a slide rule bezel on this one, which some people really geek out and nerd out over and can do all kind of cool stuff with it. I'm not going to pretend to know how to use one. I'm not ever probably going to actually use one, but they can be very handy if you do know how to use one. So this other crown over here, not screw down. That bezel does move. The inner rotating bezel does move pretty freely. I guess it would be possible to maybe bump it and move the bezel, but it's not a dive bezel. It's not a dive timing bezel or anything like that, so it's not that big of a deal. You do still get your 200 meters water resistance, even though that particular crown is not screwed down. You've got a fixed 24-hour bezel. The bezel is fixed on here. Do have a nice knurling on that bezel, but it does not turn. It just looks like it should turn. But overall, a really nice looking watch. I like this really deep gunmetal gray kind of PVD coating they've got on the case. Again, it is all 316L stainless steel. You've got a very angular or tooly look to the watch. I like how angular the case is. Definitely gives off a great tool watch aesthetic. Some vertical brushing on the side of the case here. A very tooly feel to this watch. This bracelet is really done quite well. It articulates well. It's very comfortable. It is sized, though, with pins and collars, which is probably my least favorite way to size a bracelet. I will say, though, that this is probably the easiest pin and collar bracelet I've ever sized. So I will say that, but it is a pin and collar bracelet. You do have just your standard clasp with a fold-over Citizen lock. You've got a twin trigger deployant here, and it is all milled out. You see Citizen and stainless steel there. You do have your fighter pilot mask there on the back, letting you know that this is indeed a pilot watch and a serious pilot watch. You've got some specs running across the back of your screwed-in case back. But really like the overall look of the watch. Very nice bracelet, very well done. The colors on this one, or lack of colors, I guess, it's all really deep grays and silvers, and then some white on your dial. I think it all looks really good. It all goes really well together. A really serious-looking tooly pilot watch, but definitely a fan of this release from Citizen. I've been seeing a lot of cool stuff from Citizen recently, and this is no exception. It is a bit of a larger watch, but I encourage you not to discount it based on its larger size. I think it will work for you if you do have a little bit of a smaller wrist. It's always good to see Citizen putting out more watches with automatic movements. You've got your Series 8 automatic watches, your Suyosas that have automatics. So always a good thing to see. Some more variety in the Citizen lineup. Love the Eco Drive watches. They're great watches, great movements. But good to see Citizen releasing some watches with automatic movements. Let's take a look at the lume on the watch. It is quite good. And then we'll see what the watch looks like on my 7.5-inch wrist. Here you can see the lume on the watch. A strong application of green glowing lume. You can see that big broad sword style handset glowing brightly. Your 12 and your 6 as well. Each indice has a nice solid glow, and your GMT hand out there as well. That triangle also very visible. Lume appears to be pretty long lasting. This watch will be very easy to read in the dark. Great job on the Lume Citizen. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. You can see it wears very nicely. Again, it is 44.5 by basically 50. So it is a larger watch. It's going to give you a large wrist presence. But you can see it still fits very nicely on my wrist. It's definitely not too big for me. I do have a 7.5-inch wrist, so I do have a larger wrist. Bracelet looks great, very comfortable. Like the light play on the different shades of gray on the bracelet. Looks really good. Love that silver sunray dial. Just a very nice looking watch. A great tooly looking true GMT watch from Citizen. Definitely a winner in my book. The Citizen Promaster Air GMT. If you liked the video, give me a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.